the trading bell, my heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell, my heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell, my heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell, my heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now.
Daddy just got mad when I logged
Every
on
morning
my
I wake up to
iPad.
the sound of the trading bell, my heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.
I'm just going to show you. UAVS, which I'm putting a degenerate section in. This was a stock that was heavily traded around COVID times. I think it may have been like June or July. And there was always reports. I mean, daily you could trade this one. It was up 122% yesterday. 17 new purchase orders from EB TAC drones. It was up 122% yesterday. We'll include this. I mean, that's for true degenerates. That's like, you know, GameStop degenerates. I gotta put this. I got one of those annoying tags on my sweatshirt. That's like poking me. Hold on, I gotta move this one up. I don't know why, but the AI never centers me when it tracks me. So there we go. I want my head kind of from here up, but it seems to want to do more down. I don't know. It's a cool camera. It is what it is. Okay, let's do some scans. I scan live. There are 2 days left in Trendspider's sale. Then it goes up. The price goes up. Do not be one of those douches who just pays more if you're thinking about it. Scans. Uber. Oh, I should put in. Hold on. I'm going to go to my Twitter. I got to make sure I go to my Twitter. I am a top let's see. I was busy on Twitter yesterday. Copy link. We're going to put that up top. I keep getting emails from Spotfiy. I have a rep at Spotfiy now. I have no idea why. I don't do anything special. But they're like, hey, can we talk to your team? IGIC, let's... Okay, I'm going to put this one... Adding it to today. We're going to take this and we're going to say Jack. Hey, Jack. And we're going to copy this photo, copy image, and we'll paste it in today's from Twitter. Boom. And we'll put it in there. Okay. And we're going back to scans. Hold on, I'm going to put you on the countdown again.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning.
Okay. Every morning I wake up to the sounds of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading stuck in my ear. I had to get rid of those damn tags, just so you know. That's what I was doing. I was cutting those damn tags off. And there's only like 5 people in here anyway, so it's like, I might as well go. We're going to do some scans, okay? The UAVS is crazy. Let's look at a 5-minute chart of this. Wow. Look at that gap up yesterday. Wow. that gap up. It went from $1.60 to 272. And I honestly, your 5-minute chart will turn on the after hours. Here's the thing. I mean, I talk about confirmation all the time above that 9-day. Just trade it above that 9-day. You had it above the 9-day here at $2.05. You could have ridden it all the way up to 349, almost double. Then it lost confirmation, regained confirmation there, and you got what, 378, and it rode all the way up to 4. So, morning Donnie, morning AJ. And then you've just lost confirmation. The rest of the day. This is why it's hard for me to trade, because this is the time when you actually want to trade. That's the time when you do it. But that's an interesting one. Okay, we got Uber. I'm going to go back to We're going to go here. Yeah. I'm going to take this off. I used to do those text things, but now I've got it in the center there, so it's pretty clear. I mean, at least to me, it's clear that it's Uber on my screen. Morning, Scott. Morning, Mark. Okay. We got Uber on a scan on the core portfolio. That's the only one. I don't want to hear it. Ugh, let me get her. Oh, you got it? Okay. My fan outside there is getting the dog. Little fucker. Oh, sorry, I shouldn't curse. That's unprofessional. Hey, shout out, by the way, to the people in the church yesterday. I forget the organization that I got invited, and it's not like I'm special. I found an ad for a free cholesterol test. And so I went to this place in Marietta yesterday here in Georgia, and it was a church. And I said, you guys really, I did, honest to God, I signed up for this thing. I didn't know what it was. I went there expecting, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what they were going to do. And they wound up, what is happening? Giving me a cholesterol test, and I guess I get it in a couple of weeks. I have a call with a doctor. But shout out to them. And they gave me like a $25 referral credit. So if anybody's showing up there, shout out to those guys. That was a great experience. They were super, super sweet. Super nice. I think I'll probably... Why don't I have Uber? I own Uber. Why is Uber not in my brokerage holdings? Yeah, that should be in my brokerage holdings. I own it. Okay, let's go to Bitcoin and crypto. Nothing in there. Let's go to, we did core investment, so we're going to do covered call. I should probably change that name to income ETFs. Let's do energy. Boom. I don't know, ARLP. Okay, we got a couple of energy. Energy, ARLP, MRO, CHRD. And AJ, it's not all puppy. Here's the thing. All she does is cry because either her little sister has taken her bed and she doesn't want to kick her out and she wants me to bring the bed in, or she's part dachshund. She can bury herself under a blanket completely by herself. But she seems to want mommy or daddy to bury her because she doesn't want to do it. And PSQ, a lot of leveraged ETFs, by the way. I'll go over I haven't looked at it today. But I thought that was part of the great things that I put out yesterday and I'll go over it again. Wow, the watch list only has Uber and Frog. Okay, let's go to the Dow. And by the way, just so you're aware, Trendspider, you can automate this entire process to email you every morning. The only reason I do this is to show people the scans that I do and show them the process of actually doing the work, because that wasn't there. But you can totally automate this process in Trendspider. And that's why Trendspider is so good. And P. S&P 100. Oh, we got a bunch in the S&P 100. UPS, Philip Morris, Altria, AMT, AIG. Okay, we'll go back to the strategy tester, and the 4 hour, boom, 7214, the algorithm. Let's look at the CNN fear and greed. There it is, CNN markets / fear and greed. It was at 63 yesterday. We've gone down to 59. So you look at that one, then you go over to Seeking Alpha and you go to the VIX, and we can actually see the VIX on a 1 day, and we're going down. So, I mean, 5 day, we spiked. I think you're going to see a down day. I mean, honest to God, I don't think it's a bad thing to see a down day today. Let's see. Anything else? No. Okay. We're going to go over for degenerates, UAVS, if you're locking in a little bit later. We're going to look at that one because that was up 122% yesterday. RFK with the trade. Psychedelic drug makers they were going massively huge, but vaccine stocks were just shitting the bed. Semiconductors. We're going to kind of go over the chart of semis a week before NVIDIA earnings, which is next week. Palantir added to the NASDAQ. They're switching from the New York Stock Exchange to the NASDAQ. The 7,500 tax rebate was taken out. That shouldn't have been a shock to anybody. And Rivian going down, you shouldn't have bought Rivian at all. And if you're looking for an opportunity, we're going to look at PSIX, HIMS, 22% drop. Tesla, we're going to look at the chart of Tesla. Apple, we're going to look at the chart of Apple. We got some, there we go. Okay. Biggest movers. That's the Zeta Alpha Pix one. Biggest movers of the day. I think Trendspider, I think they're looking at my newsletter because 503 is the area to hold. My charts are pretty much exact. Piper says buy the dip, and we'll talk about that one. And then where's my Warren Buffett one? I guess that's the biggest movers of the day. No. I guess I didn't click on this. Yeah, I guess I didn't click on it. Buffett buys pool and everything of that sort. Okay. Oh, and the final one. I am a top 50 podcast now. Yeah. I have no idea, but in the business section, they told me that I'm a number 45 now. So pretty good. And it's funny because they keep telling me, hey, we need to get in contact with your team. What? There ain't no team. It's just me. I'm the one putting out the podcast. I'm the one editing the podcast. I'm the one putting out the YouTube. I am the one doing the scans. I'm doing all that. Thanks. Scott, my guidance on buying on a Friday. I have bought on a Friday. I bought the Alpha Pick stuff on a Friday. So I don't think it's a bad thing to buy long-term on a Friday. But I do think any swing trade or any short-term trade, and swing, I mean less than 6 months, it makes no sense to buy on a Friday when you've got a weekend that could take you down on a short-term trade. And anything 6 months and under, I think for me, unless it's an A+ opportunity where you're thinking, hey, this one's got to go up. I'm trying to think of an opportunity. Like, I don't think Tesla's a bad opportunity right now, to be honest with you. But that button hook, the Bollinger Bands haven't come in super amount. The MACD's still high. I think you could go under 300 on this one. So the algorithm's very clear, very, super clear on this one that you play the algorithm. But again, don't listen to a douche on the internet. If you want to buy on a Friday, go ahead and buy on a Friday because, look at last week, MSTX. There were a bunch of people. I got a bunch of emails and stuff that people bought on the Friday. So if we just look at last Friday, what was last Friday? The looks like the 8th, I think. Yeah, the 8th. So you bought on Friday at what? 62, and you got all the way up to there to 102. It's pretty good. So, in fact, in my Webull account, what did I buy MSTX at? It's only $500. And I do have to bring up, I probably should write this note. MSTX, I am in at, it doesn't tell me what price I got in. Let me see. It will tell me here. Average price 101. So we're at 91 right now. I bought at 101. But I'm still way up in my account there. I've lost $57. It's 11%. Big fucking deal. That's like lunch. I'm up 40% on my IBIT position. I'm up 16% on my Alphabet. I'm up 34% on my Alphabet. I'm down 1% on Berkshire. I'm up 24% on NVIDIA, which I've added to. I'm down 1% on my Shark Ninja, which is just kind of fluctuating flat. I'm up 60% on my Spotfiy. I'm up 37% on my Tesla. And I'm down 12% on my WGS, which seems to be, just fluttering. But, yeah. So that's my Webull account. There's not, I think that it's $10,000. I have it spread out between 5-7 stocks. It's not much, but it is what it is. Give me some good news. Good news is you're still alive, Jacob. There's some good news for you. You can be sick all week, but as long as you're still alive, that's the good news. We're going to look at this chart, Apple. It just, God, it's got to reset. It's got to reset. We're going to remove this text. It's got to reset. The Bollinger Bands, you can't get more contracted. So it's going one way or the other. And it's, the MACD is held up here. Okay, let's get back to the Qs. Okay, I'm going to hit record. It's 8:30. Is there major news coming out? I don't even know. Let me see if Seeking Alpha has anything. Columbia Fuel Cell Energy, Dominion Centers declares dividend, Wells Fargo and Company. Non-cum. I did see some chatter that SMCI will be delisted in 3 days. And I don't know if that was true. But there was, in the Facebook group, there was some discussion about NVIDIA's accounting practices, and I asked AI about it. it is a common accounting practice. It's not preferred accounting practice, but in the world of semiconductors, if you don't think that NVIDIA has all of their capacity sold, and that, you know, somebody's going to cancel orders and there's not somebody ready to buy it, that's the issue that I think they're just going to be, you know, people will just be ready to buy it. Let's see. This is down 0.33. This is kind of getting a little button hook here. I may sell this one. I may take the profits on this and sell it. Let me see. It's an alpha pick, and I know it's going to be a strong buy. What does Wall Street say? Well, it's still 2% upside, but that's, you know, 2%. Did it get up there? 24.99. When did it hit 24.99? It hit 24.99 right here yesterday at 9:30. I should have sold at that. That was a 52-week high right there. Boom at 10.50. Let me look at the after hours. This is one that I don't feel comfortable holding, even though it's like a $5,000 position. Yeah. It's kind of like, I'm already in, what am I, about 11, 12% on that one? Let me see. I mean, I paid for the yearly subscription to Alpha Picks, even though, full disclosure, I don't pay. I mean, full disclosure, I don't pay. And I hate, I probably should pay. In fact, maybe I'll just start donating subscription fees to, we'll put a vote up in the Facebook group about what, 3 charities that I can donate the yearly fee of Trendspider, Seeking Alpha, and Alpha Picks on. All positions. I do so much donating. CCL. Let's see. I'm up 10.28%. So. Yeah, it had I mean, it's just, God, it's that run from 18. Poof. Shop has been on a run. Palantir's up 2%. I don't know why. Again, I have no idea why that one's up. There's a bunch of red here. Cleveland Cliffs is up 1%. Okay, let me hit record. The dog is snoring in the background. Okay. Good morning. Happy Friday. It is November 15th. Your boy Gary here. I had a great time yesterday. If there is someone out there from the church yesterday, I went to get a free cholesterol screening from this company. I will put the link in the newsletter if you wanted to test it out. As someone who is not employed, I have to go through the healthcare exchange for my insurance. I have a $9,000 deductible. Insurance in this company is a effing joke. $9,000 deductible. It cost me like $7,000 a year for this insurance. So I can't pay a damn thing. Also, I can't contribute to an HSA because that would have been a $9,000 a year. They charge you more if you can donate to an HSA. It sucks. It sucks. So when I saw an ad for a free cholesterol screening, I said, you know what? I'm going to go get it. So I went and got it. In fact, the bonus was they gave me a $45 gift card. So I liked it. I liked it. The team there, shout out to the folks in the church. If you're subscribed or you're listening today, shout out to you guys. You guys were fantastic. I gave you 5 stars. If they would have let me comment, I probably would have given you shout outs as well. But you can play this for your bosses. Play this little clip for your bosses. Yes, I was there. One other good news that I got yesterday, I'm a top 50 podcaster in Spotfiy. I have no idea. Top business podcast. These guys constantly just tell me, hey, can we talk to your team? I'm like, I am the team. I am the teen. I was top 50 in investing according last month. Now I'm top 50 this month in business. So thank you to the listeners. Thank you to everybody. I looked and there are teams and I can tell there are business podcasts that have teams that are below me. I have no idea how the hell I got that big, but I thank you guys for that. Now, it's Friday, so we keep recap Friday. But remember, and I'm going to bring this up, you've got 2 days left to save up to 71% on Trendspider. 2 days left. So if you want to do it today, you got the whole weekend to set yourself up. You could literally, if you sign up for the advanced tier, you could set up a one-on-one training for yourself over the weekend and get everything set up, get my 4-hour algorithms, everything that you need. I'm not going to mention again. If you want to see the thing, you can email me and ask me questions about Trendspider. I would email and ask Trendspider themselves about questions. But if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. The process is very simple. You go to Linktree. You can see the link down below, linktr.ee/daily stock pick, and it's the top link. It'll take you over here. Sign up for one of these. There is a free 7-day trial. Okay, you're going to pay more if you take the 7-day trial, but where you see log in to change your plan, that's going to say free 7-day trial. And the difference is huge, okay? The standard, if you know what you're doing and you're fine with, technicals and you know everything and you're fine setting up yourself, take the standard. For $4 more a month, I would get the enhanced because this comes with one free one-on-one session. And they can help you set your system up. They can show you where to go to put your moving averages in. They can show you where to go to put your Bollinger Bands, your MACD, and they can show you certain things about the actual platform. That's the benefit of that one. Now, if you're brand new to everything, for $15 more per month, go to the advanced. That has unlimited one-on-one training. You can learn how to become an expert in this tool. And where are you going to get an unlimited one-on-one training in technical stock services for $700 per year? Okay, and then once you're done, you can go down to the other tier. But Trendspider, it is by far the best service that I have to offer. It is the service, if there's one service out there that I would tell you to get, it would be that. The second one, Seeking Alpha and Alpha Picks, they are complementary to the service, and I think they help you find stocks. But to manage your portfolio in a technical sense, these charts are priceless to me. So it's Friday. We recap. One thing I did want to point out. I got a question yesterday about international stocks, and we know that BABA reported, and I'm not going to go over BABA, but FYI, I looked at the Trump administration last time, and the S&P was up 50% during his first term. Okay, the 4 years, it was up 50%. The rest of the world was up 25%. So I would urge you during the Trump administration that you go out there and do that. Now, today, there's $2.9 trillion of options expire. This is going to be very volatile. So what do I expect to see today? I expect to see the VIX spike a little bit. It is up 2.52% right now. The market is down in pre-market. I expect that to go up. I talked about yesterday how you can tell if the market's going to be up or down. You can look at the VIX. You can look at CNN Fear and Greed Index. And you can look at the Qs. And you can see, and I said it yesterday, and again, a major breakout retest is on the horizon for the NASDAQ. QQQ 503 is the area to hold. That's what Trendspider says. I think they're reading my newsletter. Because what has this yellow line been in? 503. Now, what am I seeing here? I'm seeing the 9-day is curling over. The Bollinger Bands have expanded. They need to contract. The price action is below the 9-day in the afternoon. We are down 0.87. We're at 504. You're close to this line. I don't think that this needs to hold exactly because you do have a gap down here to 493. But I would argue, Piper Sandler says it as well. Buy the dip. Okay? Buy the dip. Piper Sandler said, the street, they put out their price target right down here. provided the street with its 2024 and 2025 year-end targets. 6,100 for the 2024 and 2025, 6,600. The 2024 price target is only 1.9%, while the 2025 target implies a 10% move. Remember, the average is between 8 and 10%. So these guys aren't taking a huge leap and saying we're going to soar next year. If things go well, you'll see them start to take that up. If things go poorly, you'll see them start to take it down. So you want to be ready for this. But again, I would argue with this chart, you want to take a look at the 4-hour, and then I would go and take a look at the weekly. Where are we on the weekly? Look at how the last few times where we've been up here, how it's pulled back. And we're up above the 9-day. So for the long term, I think you're fine buying. For the short term, we might need a little bit of pullback. But don't wait for it, because the longer you wait for it, the more likely it is to take off. And that's the key is if for something like the Qs, you want to take a look at the chart and you want to find entries. My 4-hour algorithm is a perfect tool, because while the 4-hour algorithm makes you 79% over the last 2 years, buying and holding makes you 90%. So take the entries as a guide to try and get in. But just take the entries and you'll be up 90%. The official entry was 24.5 months ago, and you're up 90%. If you would have bought these dips and you're just dollar costing average your way in, it's even better. So I like this. That's the approach that I like. Blah blah blah. I think that we see a small pullback. I like that particular chart from Trendspider. So the biggest movers of the day. Applied Materials, Domino's Pizza, and ASTS and more. Highland Holdings gained 6%. Palantir, we'll go over. UAVS was up 122% yesterday. That's a pandemic stock. We're going to go over Buffett. We're going to go over Palantir. We're going to go over Domino's. I won't go over Applied Materials, but just note it did drop. There's questions about semiconductors, their equipment being sold. ASTS tumbled 15%. This is the one that's providing space connectivity to AT&T. And by the way, I did listen to the audio. The audio was much better yesterday, so I'm happy with the guidance of this. The maturity of this M4 Pro Mac. It's getting there, and I'm getting better at it. But those are the big movers of the day. One other thing, Zeta. Zeta we talked about. Zeta, this is the seeking out. This is Alpha Picks. Okay, Zeta is in Alpha Picks. We've talked about it. It was in the core portfolio. Their portfolio. It tumbled down, and then there was assumption that hey, they tumbled down. It's up 14% in the pre-market, and essentially what Steve Kress said was, hey, the short report seller, they're not. They have tons of short reports, and they typically take it down just to benefit themselves. Now, understand that GCT was one that Alpha Picks picked. They also picked, I think it was SMCI, had a short report on it as well. And SMCI may get delisted. But this is an Alpha Pick. And so it's 1% of your portfolio because it was recently picked. I think it was September or something. It was up a lot. Year to date, this one's up 96%. It was up 200%. So if you're looking at this one, the quant has it as a hold. Doesn't mean you don't buy it. Okay. Wall Street, there are 14 analysts that cover this. They haven't brought their price target down. They're at 38. That's 119%. So yes, 119% gain. If it reaches back to there. Now, there's questions about this because the questions are, was this an election campaign, blah, blah, blah. If you want more analysis of this, get Alpha Picks, and you can get $50 off, by, again, Linktree. If you want just Alpha Picks, you can get that. I would urge you, the bundle, Premium and Alpha Picks, it gets you the best of both worlds because you can get the quant. We'll go over, you get an email you import your portfolio, and I'll go over the daily stock pick core portfolio. I had 3 stocks that were downgraded yesterday. You also get Alpha Picks. And what's the great thing about Alpha Picks? Well, it's picks on the 1st and the 15th. We're going to get a new Alpha Pick today. And I'm going to go in there and I'm going to buy 1% in my account. I'm going to buy 1% in my parents' account. And we're going to spend money and we're going to buy it. The great thing about it is it's one stock on the 1st, one stock on the 15th. Since its inception, it's up 183%. During the same time period, the S&P is up 58%. You want a portfolio that just beats the S&P. Okay? So even if you were to make 60% by trading yourself, what's the time that you put in versus just buying on the 1st and buying on the 15th, and they tell you when to sell. They tell you when to sell. So managing that portfolio, again, if you want to go and watch it, there's a YouTube video. There is on the dailystockpick.substack.com, my newsletter. You can go and look at the newsletter. That it is 100% just an easy one. We're going to get another one. I'm going to buy it today. And so if you want the bundle, you can get it. You save $159 using the bundle. If you want just alpha picks, hey, I just want this portfolio because it's done so well. And yes, I'm up like 10% since I bought October 25th in this portfolio. If you just want it, it's $100, you can get $50 off there. But Zeta is one. It's up 14%. It's up 15% as we speak. That's one that I like. And if you wanted to just build your own portfolio, we're going to go over this because XLK, this is the core portfolio. I get an email every morning that says, hey, these are the stocks in your core portfolio. And if you want to follow the core portfolio, you can do that for free. It's down here on Savvy Trader. It's all on Linktree. Savvy Trader, you can follow it for free. 35 names because I added IBIT. And you can look at it. Total, look at all that green. Okay, we can compare this against the S&P. I would never manage a portfolio this way, but look at that. Year to date, I mean, we can go up 1 year. I'm beating SPY. What over this, the core portfolio is up 44%. SPY over 1 year is up 32%. The max since I started this portfolio, Daily Stock Pick core portfolio is up 52%. SPY is up 36%. So yes, I do pretty well in stock picking. But if you want to look at these stocks, let's look at this. This is XLK. XLK in the quant, it went from a buy to a hold. So when it opens up today, it's going to go to a hold. So you get these alerts. Microsoft went from a strong buy all the way down to a hold. And I don't understand it. Again, this is the quant. So there's 5 factors in the quant. There's valuation, growth, profitability, momentum, and revisions, okay? You can look at the grades of each within this. Microsoft goes down to a hold. Wall Street still says it's a strong buy. I would argue that $504 price target, I think you're getting there at some point. Just the earnings have to catch up to it. And they have to stop spending some. But again, does Trump hate Microsoft? No. He doesn't hate Microsoft. He doesn't hate Apple. He hates Meta. And Meta got downgraded to a hold. This went from strong buy to a hold. Wall Street still says it's a strong buy with a $648 price target. Have they brought it down? No. And so Meta was down, let's say 0.49%. Get it under 600. Has it gone to 600? Yep. 52-week, it went to 602. So you can see the only reason it's a hold is because of the valuation. Everything else in this is an A. The valuation's a little bit stretched. So now let's talk about Apple, because Apple was up yesterday about 1%. Let me see what it was. Let's go in here and look. And I always say Apple, trading at 30 times forward earnings, that's tough with growth of 2%. That's a tough pill to swallow for me. But Apple was up 1.38%. You got a dividend yesterday. And I think because this is the largest stock holding, and I think a lot of people hold this, and I think on dividend days when it's paid, this is the ex-dividend date that you're seeing on the chart here, okay? You have to hold the stock on the ex-dividend date in order to get the dividend. But the dividends were paid yesterday. And what happened? Well, most people like me probably reinvest their dividends. And so when you reinvest your dividends, you're going to see a lot of buying. And so I think that the move up yesterday, it's the morning candle, 1.51%. The afternoon candle was down 0.12. I think that's what you saw, is just reinvestment of dividends. I got a sweet 5-figure dividend. It's, every quarter I get it just because I have so much of that. Now, Tesla was down yesterday. There was a report that the $7,500 tax rebate is going to be gone. Tesla's not really affected. I think they're less affected just because I think the cars are a secondary thing. It's really the robo-taxi and the full self-driving that's driving this. I would tell you, if you can get this under $300, it's at $311. If you can get this under $300, get it. I think the valuation makes no sense. It has never made sense. I don't think that they are anywhere close to having the robo-taxi available. I don't think that full self-driving will see the light of day on local roads, but I do think that Trump will allow it on federal highways, and I think they're going to push that type of thing through. And so I think this one, I think you've got some catalysts behind it. Now, when you look at this weekly, the MACD's just starting to take off. You're trading up top of the Bollinger Bands. That's how strong this election Elon Musk has been during the election. It pushed it above the Bollinger Bands. You haven't been there since June of 2023. Well, robo-taxi, July of this year, it kind of popped up there. But again, you've got a positive moving 50-day that dipped down. You got a positive moving 200-day on this weekly. And I think you start to see this one move. But I don't think it's going to be quick. I think it's going to be slow and steady. So I think if you can get this under 300, you get it. The way I'm invested in Tesla is XLY. And XLY, I think that is my safety because it's Amazon and it's Tesla. If we just go over to Seeking Alpha and we put in XLY and we say, okay, what are the holdings on this one? You'll see it's Tesla and Amazon. Tesla and Amazon represent 40% of this ETF. And then there's 51 other names, including Home Depot, Booking Holdings, McDonald's, Lowe's, TJX. This is the consumer discretionary. I like this ETF, and I like it going forward. The quant says it's a buy. Momentum, A+. Look, 1 month return, 9%. 6 month, 20%. 1 year, 29%. It's pretty good. That's pretty good. So that's the way I hold that one. Now, let's talk about this one. Amazon. Not only did Lilly and Novo Nordisk go after HIMSS, Amazon dropped yesterday, hey, we're getting into telehealth and we're going to do compounding pharmacy. HIMSS dropped. HIMSS dropped 17%. I think by the end of the day, it was down 22%. It's up 3%. There was I was on Spaces yesterday. Those fucking dudes love boner pills. I can't stand talking about this company. It's boner pills. That's what it is. I mean, you could talk about hers, but HIMSS is what drives this. It's boner pills, and it's the compounded pharmacy. And I just don't see how HIMSS continues to function even when Amazon is going to undercut you, and Amazon has all of that power behind them. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it, but I wanted to bring this up because you're seeing not only did Lilly and Novo say, hey, our supply is good and we can meet demand, and then HIMSS had to launch a tracker to say, no, you can't meet demand, and they're presenting that to the FDA. And then Amazon comes in and says, hey, hold my beer. We're going to do this. That's the deal. So it's a little bit dangerous. I'd say if you want to go into a small cap, because make no mistake, this is a small cap company. PSIX was up 4% yesterday. This is the one that just pulled back from 35 and it's trading at 29. Okay, it's a strong buy in the quant. I don't know much about it, but you can't argue with this chart. And PSIX, if we go and look at this chart, these lines are all off of weekly. Now, I would say that 26 provides you some support. So if you buy at 29, just put in your stop loss at 26, because if it breaks that, then you could probably go down to about 20. And you just buy again. But we've got a positive moving 50-day, we got a positive moving 200-day, and the next level of support is probably about 50. So if you want a smaller company, go and research PSIX. It's only $676 million. Okay? Your McDonald's down the street, that makes more revenue than this. Not McDonald's as a whole. McDonald's down the street, just that one. Okay? We talked about the EV shocker. How in the world was anybody buying Rivian before this came out? Rivian was down 10%. Okay? I actually don't think that GM and Ford, I think these three companies, Tesla, GM, and Ford, I think they're all fine. They were down yesterday. Tesla was down 5%. GM was down 0.16 and Ford was down marginally. I think Ford and GM save money. Trump's not going to force them into the EV stuff. You know, it's clear that Ford and General Motors are car companies where people want gas-powered hybrids. They don't want just the EV. They want gas-powered hybrids. And if you're buying a Tesla, you want an EV. You don't want to go to Ford and GM for those kinds of cars. I don't know who's buying those damn cars, but you don't want to go to Ford and GM for those cars. You want to go to Tesla. So I don't think that the $7,500 kills Tesla because, again, their margins are pretty good. Is it going to hurt them? I don't know, because what they're going to do this year, I think what you're going to see in Q4 here is a shit ton of people go and buy Teslas because, again, they're going to want to sell that inventory that they've got, and they're going to basically pump up. You can save $7,500. And so I think Tesla's probably a pretty good buy here till the end of the year. Just my thought. Palantir. Palantir announces transfer of stock exchange listing to the NASDAQ. They're going to the Qs. This pumped the stock up. Yesterday it was down 2.53%. This was announced yesterday at 412. The stock is up another 2%. It's back to where it was. It's over 60. I don't know that I necessarily buy this, but I'm pretty happy that now I have exposure to it in the Qs because I own a large amount of Qs. So we're going to look at a chart because next week is NVIDIA earnings, and look at the chart here. So this chart, what it shows you, this is a daily candle chart of SMH. Okay, the Bollinger Bands, those I think those are Bollinger Bands. No, these are probably just moving averages. To be honest with you, they might be smart Bollinger Bands. BBW, yeah, these are smart Bollinger Bands. Is it ready for a Is it ready for a pop? This is the most compressed semiconductors have been since April. Since April. Okay? Let's look at the chart of SMH and let's see where we're going, because this is all the semis and we can look at this. It's just been kind of trading sideways. We haven't gone up. You know, you haven't traded this way for a while. Look at that weekly. You've just traded sideways. Completely sideways. I don't even see, the only time that I see something like this was July of 2023. And what happened afterwards? You went from 141 all the way up to 270. This is a semiconductor index. Okay, so let's take a look at NVIDIA because you are 1 week away. I said, I don't know that you're ever going to get the chance to buy NVIDIA under 140 again. Well, I don't think you will. It's at 145. It's down 1%. If you're going to buy something on a Friday, I don't think this is a bad buy. Because if we look at NVIDIA and we just go to NVIDIA and we look at it in the quant, there was a lot of talk about the quant move to a hold. The only reason it moved to a hold is because of the valuation and revisions. Now, revisions, we can go and look at that. Over the last 90 days, 40 analysts have taken their earnings per share up, 7 down. Revenue, 46 up, 4 down. When you go and you look at the ratings and we go and look at Wall Street, their price target is 158. We've talked about how they're taking their price target up. Is it realistic to think that this could reach 158? Look at that little bit. Okay, we can take a look at the last 3 months. Look, ever since the beginning of November when it was 150, we're up at 157.76. I think it goes to 158, yeah. It's 158.52 today because I think there were more upgrades. So the analyst revisions, yeah. So I don't think that this one's in danger of dropping, but look at what happened last earnings, okay? This is the earnings from June, and it went up, and it hit that 140 and then rejected off and you had the chance to buy at 100. Do I expect this same kind of thing? I don't think so. Stranger things have happened. This MACD is significantly lower than it was, okay, heading into this earnings. The RSI is at 58. When we look at the weekly here, yeah, you've still got strength. Yes, the MACD reset itself. It's not up at 16 like it was when it was selling at what, 128? The RSI is back down to reasonable levels at 65. And we all know that these hyperscalers are buying a ton of stuff. So do I expect it to bounce? I'd expect a little bit, but I think you buy this for the long term. And I think you sit there and you just buy it at around 140. And you know, say you have $1,000 and you want to put it into NVIDIA, buy $100 today. It's at 145. Then on Monday, you buy another $100. And then on Tuesday, you maybe buy another $100. And then when I think their earnings are Thursday, if I'm not mistaken, let's go over and look at Earnings Hub real quick, because that's going to be when you want, you know, again, you're going to want to see the reaction to earnings. Let's go next week. We're going to take that out. Next week, NVIDIA is on Wednesday after the bell. Expected 74 cents per share. Earnings per share last time they released 68 cents per share. Revenue 32 billion. Revenue last time was 28 billion. So they're expected to grow. Again, they're expected to grow. So I like that one. Let's talk about Warren Buffett. This is going to be the thumbnail, by the way. I'm going to put the thumbnail up on YouTube. I did Kathy Lee and I did Tom Lee and Kathy Woods. We're going to do Buffett. It'll be 3 for 3 for the week. But he's going to be on the thumbnail. He bought Domino's Pizza. Domino's Pizza. And Pool. Pool. And he got out of Floor and Decor. I mean, he's getting out of Floor and Decor, but he's adding Domino's Pizza. Domino's Pizza soared. You had a God candle on this one. We can look at the after hours on this. I'm going to go to a 5-minute chart in the after hours. Look. I mean, that was the candle. You got all the way up to 518. 518 you got up to. And you've settled back down. Are you buying Domino's Pizza because Warren Buffett's in it? I would argue, just buy freaking Berkshire. Okay? Berkshire, I made this mistake with Occidental Petroleum and other ones with him. But honestly, just buy freaking Berkshire. If you're going to follow Warren Buffett, just buy Berkshire. You can trade around Domino's Pizza, but just buy Berkshire. I'm in at Berkshire at this all-time high at like 480. I bought Berkshire. Am I worried? Nope. Bottom left, upper right. I'm just going to hold. I'll add more when the algorithm tells me to add more. In fact, did it? Yeah, 467. I think I bought a little bit more there. It wasn't much, but we're talking probably 10 shares. It's not much. I don't hold a lot of Berkshire. I hold way more QQQ than that. Now, RFK. He was put in front, nominated for the Food and Drug Administration, I think. Psychedelic stocks went crazy. Okay, you can see ATAI up 10%, IXHL 5%, and then vaccine stocks just freaking tanked. So there's a list of them in here. I'm not going to follow them. You guys remember the one that kind of soared the other day was drug. This is an epilepsy drug. I wanted to make sure that you knew the algorithm got you out with a 2,398% gain. And how long did it take you to make that 2,900? It took you all of 28 days. So had you put $1 into this, you would have made, 2,398%. Bought one share of it, you would have had $43. You know, it is what it is. But again, this is the type of thing that will take that one nuts and make it go crazy. But RFK was nominated for the true degenerates out there that want to invest in companies that just don't make money. UAVS. This was a COVID stock. I think it was June or July. We can go and look at the chart. But UAVS is a COVID stock that was traded heavily with rumors of Amazon using their drone service. They got a securing 17 new purchase orders from EB-TAC drones. 17 new purchase orders. Well, let's look at the financials of this one, because it's got to be, it's not making money. It's down 20% year over year on growth. Profitability, gross profit margin 43%. Momentum, it's down 81%. It's down 90%. If you want to trade UAV, you can trade UAVS. Now, when you look at this and we go back to a monthly, we're going to go back to the COVID times here, because 2020, you can see this one, 2020, when we got to COVID, March of 2020, it was trading for about $416. Sounds expensive, right? It got to $14,000 during that time. This was a crazy, crazy time. Since then, no, I wouldn't touch it. But it was up, yesterday? Let's see. It was up 122%. So for the true degenerates, there are stocks out there like that. Have at them. Have at them. We welcome back Joe, because it's outside of fishing season. And Joe says fishing season is finally done. He lives up in the upper Northwest. And in fact, if I ever go up there, Joe, you owe me some salmon. Not only do we need to go over... But OGN, they've been quietly gobbling up smaller companies, high dividend at 7%. This is pretty safe and a super low PE around 4. Seeking Alpha just had an article on it for big upside potential. Organon and company. Now, it's going down. Algorithm loses you 5%, but buying and holding loses you 34%. We can go and look at this. This is a bottom left, upper right that seems to have gotten the 50-day moving positive and is now trading on the bottom side. So OGN, let's see. Let's go over to Seeking Alpha and look at this one. I think this is one that, the algorithm, the quant has it as a hold. The valuation's super low. I mean, Joe's right, 3.74, and with a PEG ratio of 0.03. Let me just look at the market cap real quick. Market cap is $3.94 billion. So let's see, are they a food company? Delivers health solutions through a portfolio of prescription therapies and medical devices within women's health. So this one's interesting. Growth is a D. Let's see, they're growing their revenue growth 4%. Yeah, the growth looks horrible, but their profitability looks really good. Return on total assets, 10%. I mean, when the sector's losing 19% or 26%, that's great. Profitability, fantastic. Momentum, it has sucked. Revisions, there are 6 that took their earnings per share down. I would probably wait for this one to get, let's see what Wall Street, how many analysts cover it? 9. And they have a price target of $22 on it. I would probably, I mean, the 4-hour algorithm doesn't make you money. Let's see if the 65-minute algorithm makes you money on this one. No. Joe, I'd probably, for me, again, Joe is a much more risky investor than I am. That death cross has been there. I'd probably wait till you get to the 50-day. Honestly, you can take a look at this last one. When the 50-day started moving positive and you got up above there at 11, I think I'd use the 50-day as your guide. When it starts trading over that 50-day, maybe that's the time you look at getting in there. I think that might be a better strategy for me. But Joe, I know you're going to go into it. I know you're going to find a strategy for it. Kudos to you. Welcome back. Dexter from Spotfiy. What are your thoughts on AMD? I wrote back to Dexter. I don't like it as much as NVIDIA, but I'll add it and I'll look at it. AMD, I held. I am out of this one. I don't own it anymore. I think I sold up here at like 180 something. I didn't get the top here at 200. I sold it about 180, 160, somewhere around there. I bought it like 100. So yeah, I do like AMD. I just don't think you can compete with NVIDIA. And we can look at it. The valuation is a little bit stretched as far as I'm concerned. Now, the valuation is a C. Again, NVIDIA's still a good value. This is 41 times forward earnings. But your PEG, if you do grow, it's at 0.99. So the growth is fantastic. 9% revenue growth year over year. Your levered free cash flow, you're losing 19%. That's where you kind of lose me a little bit. Profitability, gross profit margin 52%. I mean, let's just look at AMD versus NVIDIA. And we're not going to do Texas Instruments, Qualcomm, ARM, Micron. We're just going to do NVIDIA because the only one that I really care about is NVIDIA. The NVIDIA is the only chip that I currently own. And there's a reason it's just got so much. The problem with NVIDIA is the market cap's going to take it. And you can see right here, price return over 1 year. Look at NVIDIA, 195. I mean, we can even take this in. 6 months, AMD is down 9%. NVIDIA is up 60%. Even a week, AMD's down 5%. So NVIDIA, Wall Street analysts say it's a buy. NVIDIA is a strong buy. It's a hold in the quant. Both of them are holds. Valuation grades, look, NVIDIA is an F, but as long as they continue to grow, that everything else is an A. And you can see there's a little bit of factor grades on the quant there. Let's go the return we talked about. Now, dividend, NVIDIA has a meaningless dividend. It means nothing. Let's look at the PE. NVIDIA, a little bit more expensive, even going forward. The PEG ratio, it's about the same. And honestly, I think NVIDIA has so much for the next year. I'm not saying for the long term, 5 to 10 years. I'm saying NVIDIA has such a lead that I think they can continue to do it. Because look at the revenue growth. AMD year over year, 9%. NVIDIA, 194%. Profitability, AMD, gross profit margin, 52%. NVIDIA, 75%. I'd rather invest in the number one than the number two in this. And look at the short interest. AMD 2.2, double what it. Nobody's shorting NVIDIA. Nobody's crazy enough to short it. So again, which one do I like? I like NVIDIA. You could trade AMD all that you want, but I would absolutely take NVIDIA over AMD. So there's my thoughts on it. Titus, Micron, same thing. I mean, same thing. We can go back and we can, let's see, where did I have that chart? Yeah. AMD, let's put in Micron because it's super, super similar. Micron is the same kind of stuff. Let's compare it. It's a buy, it's a strong buy. Not bad. Your valuation, A+, A+, A+. I will show you what the problem with Micron is. Last close, we can look at the 1 month return. It's down 8%, all of that stuff. Dividend yield, Micron has a meaningless dividend. And then you can see the PE ratio. Boy, Micron looks good. It looks fantastic. Then you get to the PEG ratio. It's 0.22. I'm sorry, pegged forward. Yeah, 0.22. That's really good. Then you get to the growth. Revenue growth year over year, 61%, looks better than AMD. Then you get to the profitability, 22% gross profit margin. Okay, that's your problem. Your problem with Micron is basically it's the actual financials. So when you go and you look at the profitability, 22%, you go and look at the valuation, they're not currently making money. They're not currently making a profit. So you look at that PE going forward, they're expected to make money, but they just haven't been managed appropriately. So which one do I like of those three? It's NVIDIA. Honestly, I mean, Dex and Titus from Spotfiy, you guys can bottom feed all you want, but in my mind, I think you want to just buy NVIDIA. That's it. Jack from Twitter, he says, I'm predicting IGIC will be alpha picks within 2 months. IGIC. Boy, there's a lot of people who love to predict these things. International General Insurance Holdings. That looks really good. $1 billion market cap, so it's a small cap. It's ranked number 4 out of 50. Wow. 1 year, it's up 123%. Year to date, it's up 94%. Let's see, Wall Street, there's one analyst that covers it, so take it with a grain of salt. Their price target is 26. If we go and we look at their valuation, super low PE. If we go and look at their growth, 10% year over year. We look at their profitability. That's where you kind of lose me a little bit. Gross profit margins, 41%. Sector's growing at 51%. We can go, it's number 4 out of 50. What's the number one? KNIS. This one has a $124 million. I mean, come on. It's a $124 million market cap. You can trade that one all you want. Root. Root is one that I've heard of before. I think they might have been in my one of my things. Ranked 2 out of 10. Or somebody asked me about it. I forget. Valuation, it's a strong buy in the quant. Valuation, we can, let's see. Root versus... we're going to edit symbols. We're going to take a look at Root versus IGIC, International General Insurance. So we're going to take a look at, IGIC. Okay, compare. Oh, why is it doing that? Okay, there we go. Compare those two. So Root, over 1 year, you can see how much Root has outperformed. IGIC has a better seeking alpha analyst score. The valuation quant, B+, you can see this last close, 1 month return. Root is 86%. IGIC is that. Safety, the dividend, it means nothing. Revenue growth, Root is up 215%. IGIC up 10%. Gross profit margin, 36% for Root. IGIC. Root, I think, is the company that's doing insurance through their app. And I think that's the big one. And I think I may have seen this one somewhere. I forget exactly. Oh, on first ever net income profit, that's where it was. It was the 175% gain that this one made. So I think they're both interesting. I mean, insurance, you can't go wrong with insurance, right? Let's talk about scans. Scans in the 4-hour algorithm. Uber, $72.14 buy. Okay, $71.89 is where it's trading at right now. MACD, super low. I mean, this one gets no love whatsoever right now. Their earnings have passed. Ever since their earnings, they gap down, and then they've been down. Would I buy this one here right now? No. I want to wait until that 9-day starts turning positive. Frog in our watch list. This is the database. This is JFrog Limited. This is $29.80. Where are you trading at right now? 31. It just got another entry. So remember how I showed MicroStrategy? I can show you MicroStrategy real quick. How it tells you to actually buy as you're going up if you have an alert set up. Well, JFrog just got another buy in here. So let me put in JFrog. JFrog right here. We're filling that gap up to 33. So 31, maybe make about 10% or so if you're filling that gap. You're trading on the up day. It's kind of consolidated after its earnings. Doesn't really have a catalyst to go up there, but we can look at JFrog here in Seeking Alpha, and we can see it's a hold in the quant. Wall Street says it's buy, $36 price target, 19 analysts to cover it. Have they chased it down? Yep, you bet. But recently, after the earnings, they brought it back up. So look at that one. UPS in the 4-hour algorithm. It has a buy. I wouldn't touch this one, to be honest with you. I mean, we can look at this one. That's just a chart that I don't want any part of until that 50-day starts turning positive, to be honest with you. And then there's a whole bunch of leveraged ETFs. SQQQ. We talked about how the Qs may need to take a break. Well, SQQQ is the triple leverage ETF for short. It's up 3% in pre-market, 32.68. Remember, these are decaying assets, and I wouldn't buy a triple leveraged ETF on Friday unless I'm going to sell on a Friday. So if you want to trade this in a 5-minute, just look for confirmation. You can see in the after hours, let's see. Yeah, you've got all the confirmation in the world. You're up above that 9-day. Your MACD down below here. Your RSI completely overbought at 73. So on a 5-minute, you might see this one start to pull back. But those Bollinger Bands were super tight here at 33. Could have added 33.49, scalped. It's typically what you do with these kind of things. So there's a bunch of other triple leveraged ETFs. Again, remember, there are 3 tools. And Trendspider, I am not going to have another podcast other than for the paid newsletter folks tomorrow. But you will have, the sale ends on Sunday. So if you're going to get Trendspider, you already missed the 75%. Do not miss this 71% because it goes down again next week. So, and then you've got 65%, and then you're paying regular price. So if you come to me in December and say, hey, Gary, can I get that Trendspider deal? No, you had the whole month of November, but it continues to go down. Again, I urge people, the advanced tier for $777, it's $64 a month. It is only $15 more a month, but you can schedule unlimited one-on-one training. It's right there on your screen, unlimited one-on-one training. The enhanced, just get this one. It's only like $40 more than the standard, but it comes with that free one-on-one session, and that's going to help you set your service up. But I would urge you, if you're not used to charting, if you're not used to setting things up, go to the unlimited one. If you have any questions, hit me up. I will talk to you guys on Monday. See ya. Okay. Puppy is always the priority. Daily Nike is worth the risk after 8% dividend increase announcement. So Nike's interesting, and I talked about Nike when we went to the outlet malls last week. I talked about Monday, I think. I was impressed with Nike's product line, to be honest. I bought a sweatsuit at Nike. I am a sweatsuit guy. This is a Puma hoodie, just so you know. I think it's Puma. Yeah, Puma hoodie. I like Puma, I like Nike, and I like Under Armour and Adidas. Those are my brands. Those are the apps that I have. I go to the outlet on the app when I'm sitting there shopping. And then I'll go to Amazon and see if Amazon has like a knockoff that's as good. But Nike's an interesting one because I do like the product line. They impressed me. And the algorithm got you in at 76. You're trading at 75. In pre-market, you're up 1% at 76. I would tell you right now, Hunter, look at that weekly. And I've put this in here before, and I'm going to take this out as well. I got to remove a lot of these texts. So this is the anchor to the November 2021 highs. Have you broken through this resistance? The answer is no. I'd rather see you buy at 84 than to see you time it at 76 here and say, okay, I can, it's going to come above here. 76 doesn't get you above this trend line. So resistance, as long as you're still in this, I mean, look, this goes back to 2018. This is trading at levels that we saw it trade during COVID when the world was shutting down. That's how bad this one is. And momentum is a huge factor. So, and I don't know what this new virtual, hold on, we're going to do virtual analyst report. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is AI. Whoa. Oh, look at that. Interesting. Huh. Okay, there's a game changer. But let's look at this one real quick. Valuation is crazy. I mean, it's still crazy. You're going to pay 27 times forward earnings because it's an 8% dividend increase. It's not an 8% dividend. It's a 1.96% dividend. So I'm not, I'm not one to invest in dividends. I'm not one to jump into a company. I think this one particularly, it's the chart. It's less about the actual product. It's less about anything. I think it's just weak. I'd rather see you buy it again on one of these pops where it gets over this resistance line than when, try and time it under. And that's a weekly. So it's going to be a long turnaround. But if you wanted to time it, I just think that when you go to the valuation and you look at this, it's still not cheap enough for me. You look at growth. They're losing 2% revenue growth year over year. Profitability is still good. I mean, they're still doing 44% margin. But they have to get their product line in tow. So, yeah, Donnie, it sounds better. I did some work on the audio. Took about an hour, a couple hours. So, I don't know what Scott was laughing at. Aspen, ASPN. Let's see. Aspen Aerogels. I think this one comes up on a lot of those spaces that I'm on. People fucking love this one. I don't know why. It's got a strong buy from Wall Street. There's 11 analysts that cover it. $30 price target. They just brought it down. Must have had earnings, I guess, that were bad. It's down 2%. Yeah. So I mean, here's how you look at this. Let's do the virtual analyst. I mean, let's do competitors and unique value, seeking alpha quant rating, valuation metrics indicate a costly position, growth showcases strong growth, profitability metrics present challenges, momentum, stock momentum is mixed, revisions, recent earnings revisions present a positive outlook with 6 upward to 2 downward and 4 upward revenues with 2 downward. Positive raised by Seeking Alpha Analyst, has successfully transitioned from a traditional insulation supplier. Concerns aspect dependency on General Motors for a significant portion of its revenue, poses a risk if GM transitions to a different battery technology. Capital spending, so you can read about it. That's a great, God, that's a great one. Let's see, ASPN. Aspen Aerogels. Oof. I mean, honestly, Joe, I don't know why after earnings and it continues to slide, if you want to time this one. I mean, even that weekly, you kind of, the 50-day has bounced up to the 200 and then you're bouncing off it. And there's just super weakness. I mean, if you want to trade it on a shorter time frame, have at it, but I don't see anything. SOXL is a triple leverage ETF. So I typically don't do analysis of SOXL, but it's down 5% today, and it's broken that support line a little. I don't know that I am holding, I think, a small portion of this, but this weekly, it's kind of touched that resistance line. If it can hold resistance, great. And on the weekly, it should hold the resistance. And I think NVIDIA is going to basically guide this one up or down to next week. So, Jacob, I don't know that much about PCs. I know Apple. So I am invested in Dell for the AI stuff, not for the computer stuff. So AMD, I think, does good on PCs, but in my mind, I think this Mac Mini at $599. I don't know why anybody's buying a Dell P. I mean, at $599, you can get a machine with all the software that you need on it, and you don't have to pay licensing fees. So it seems expensive, but I don't think that's incredible. So I'm not touching AMD. I just, I don't want to buy the number 2. I want to buy the number 1. It's still expensive. I mean, yes, NVIDIA is expensive, but everybody's buying NVIDIA stuff. And you bring it up that Dell is using Intel chips with NVIDIA cards. So, thanks, Pavan. Yeah, AVGO, Lewis, that's been frustrating. I mean, AVGO should be, and what are these two? So we can look at this. These two are on the weekly, and let's just look at the weekly stock. Come on, Trendspider. You just had the weekly stock up here, weekly chart up here. Okay. Let's go to the weekly. There we go. So, that trend line right there, you're testing it a little bit. I don't think that we break that, but the MACD hasn't been up this high. And the valuation on AVGO, I'm holding it through earnings. I'm not worried about it per se. Wall Street still has a $193 price target on it. We got to 186. So the 193 is still 14% upside. I'm holding it. Nobody's really brought it down. When you look at the revisions, it's interesting because 26 up, 10 down. I mean, this is one of the most covered ones. I think, you know, again, the 4 hour on this one. Why is Trendspider doing this to me? Oof. We're going to go back to the 4 hour. And we're going to run it on this one. Okay. Now you can see there's a lot of freaking lines here. I'm going to take, remove this, and I'm going to remove this one. This was I'm going to remove this one too. We're just going to remove everything. So if I'm looking here, I'm seeing this. What I see is weakness on here. The algorithm has you out at 1.7% loss. The algorithm makes you 69%. Buying and holding makes you 261%. Now, every time you've gotten to this 200-day on the 4 hour in the past year, it's been a buy. But it does look super weak. And if we go to the weekly chart, you can see on the weekly chart, again, that trend line is gone. But if you see on the weekly, it's been the 21-day that has held support. And the 21 days at 164, 165. So I don't think it's a bad thing to buy it. I just don't know that I would load into this name when their earnings are December 9th. The MACD is so high on the weekly, and the RSI kind of in no man's land at 53. But if you love Broadcom, you've got to understand that the valuation is stretched. You're paying 35 times forward earnings, but their growth is amazing. 32% revenue year over year, profitability, amazing. This is very similar to NVIDIA, and that's why I bought it. I think Broadcom is the customized chip, and they do a lot of customizations, and this is my understanding of it. And NVIDIA is just the AI chip. So those are the two that I kind of that I own. And I should have said, you know, I own Broadcom too, but I own, let me see. I'll tell you my average price on Broadcom. And it's in my large account. It's not in my Weeble. So it wasn't a trade. All positions. And I don't know if it's in my so I own a lot of it. It's down 1% today. I am up 24%. My average price is 135. And I have a mid 5-figure in here. So I'm up a good amount, you know, $10,000. So that's Luis, that's my take on it. You guys aren't my team. Morning, Steph. And by the way, Larry, I didn't mention that. Okay, let me put this into iMovie real quick. I can hang out a little bit while I put this into iMovie. And then I got to go do my thumbnail of Warren Buffett. Okay. We're going to put that there. We're going to automate. Then we're going to take the colors down a little bit. Okay. I do have to worry. Man, I think there's I have to go into event. There's a delay between my mouth on the recording. And I think it's 20. Yeah, I think we're going to try 15. I think we'll try 10. 10. Yeah. Okay. Because my mouth doesn't sync up. A great time yesterday. If there is someone out there. Yeah, my mouth doesn't line up. I don't think people even watch, that though. I always get annoyed. But the content, it's milliseconds. It's not like minutes, like it was one time. We're gonna export this file. Next, and we're gonna say 11/16. Is it 15th? 15th. 15 pod. Did I put 16 on the? No, I did 15. Any thoughts on Bitcoin still holding? Bitcoin's just a buy and hold. Honestly, Steph, just buy and hold it. I mean, you can trade it all you want. It's down. IBIT is up 1.53% today. I bought at 51, so I'm down on this one that I bought yesterday in the morning. I mean, honestly, just Bitcoin is Bitcoin. If you're holding, something like MSTX or something like that, and you're nervous, I think, I'm holding MicroStrategy and MSTX, but MicroStrategy, the 4-hour algorithm is how I'm trading that one, Steph, to be honest with you. And it still has me in. It's up 1.97%. We've come down from this high at 383 to 334. That's to be expected. The MACD is kind of rolling over a little bit. The RSI, this was completely overbought, but I saw an interview with Michael Saylor, and he said, we're just buying more Bitcoin. So, you were laughing about the HIMS comments, the boner pills. Yeah, it was pretty good. But Bitcoin, honest to God, I think it's, let me see. I think it's Bitcoin. I forget which one do they use. I think it's is it this coin tether one? No. I think it's up. BTC. Versus US dollar. I think that's the one. Nope. BTC. There is one in here. I just don't know which one it particularly is. Bit Air. Let me see. There is one symbol. That's not it. Bitcoin. I forget which one it is. Ethereum versus Dogecoin. Segwit's 2. No, I don't think that's it. No. I forget how to show it on here. Yeah, great trade on that one, Steph. The boner pill's just, I mean, it is what it is, but that should be, see, this is the US dollar. But I guess it doesn't go back that far. I don't know. I just track it with IBIT. So I think IBIT, has a good enough history right now. On a weekly, it doesn't have a 200-day. It has a 50-day. No, it hasn't even started the 50-day. But I trust the algorithm on IBIT. But I'm not trading it on there. BTC USD, I think that's what it is. But when I do it, let me see. I think you have to include that tilde USD. See, and then there's a bunch of other ItBit, XMO, Kraken, Coinbase. I think this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, you know what? I'm going to add this to our Bitcoin and crypto list. We're going to just make sure that I have this one so I can go into it. But here's Bitcoin, and this is the, Donnie's right. It's the BTC versus USD. But the algorithm on here makes you 44% over the last 5 months, it looks like. Yeah, I guess it's 5 months because it's 24 hours a day it trades. So the candles are just every 4 hours, so it's 6 candles a day. So it makes you 44% versus 27% buying and holding. So it had you in at 68,000. Actually, this is a good one. Huh. There's a pretty good algorithm on this, to be honest with you. I'm looking at it. You win 37% of the time, which isn't great. But this is interesting. Let's look at a weekly chart. I mean, it doesn't, because it's so volatile. You can see the 50-day on Bitcoin. We just broke out above the Bollinger Bands. I think you've got 100K in this. BITX, is that the futures? Let me see. BITX is, oh, this is the double leveraged. Yeah, I mean, I'm double leveraged on MicroStrategy. This is, you're seeing it pull back a little bit. So, but you're seeing this particular one, you're seeing the volume go up. The MACD is just super high. I mean, look at the last time that it hit the BITX. Look at the last time it hit the MACD up here. You can see it was trading at 59 and it dropped all the way down to 40. I don't think you've got that in right now, but FOA, Nathaniel, what the hell how do you, Finance of Americas? What's FOA? It's a market cap of 474 million. I mean, it's a strong buy in the quant. Let's look. Financial services company. A, across the board. Concerns. May face challenges due to the high interest rate environment, which could impact loan demand. The company's reliance on senior demographic and the home equity market. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Wall Street, let's see. Nobody covers it from Seeking Alpha analysts. There's 2 analysts that cover it, and they think it's worth $13. So the algorithm makes you 91%. Buying and holding makes you 30%. Traded on the algorithm, Nathaniel. I mean, just trade that one. If you got one that makes you 90%, quantum computing, this is IONQ, just a different one. I mean, trade this one on the algorithm. Makes you 110%. So, I mean, what I do is not rocket science. I just look at this stuff and say, hey, 60 cents and you're trading at $3. QUBT. Quantum Computing Inc. They're not making money. I can guarantee that. There's one analyst that covers it. And it's $8.50 they think it's worth. Nobody from Seeking Alpha covers it, but the quant does. And the profitability is the problem. But gross profit margin, 20%. The valuation, they're not making money. So IONQ is the quantum computing company and they're not making money either. So you're just betting on the future there. Put some money in, put $10 in. Maybe you get 30 in a couple of years. Maybe you get 40. But again, quantum computing is the headline puts it perfectly. Speculation at its best. I mean, it's just speculative. So, okay. I've got to upload, so I will talk to you guys again Monday. Take care. I may go live again on Substack for the paid subscribers tomorrow. So if you're a paid subscriber, I may go live. Okay, see you, bye.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.